Hey, what's going on there, people? It's the Guitar Historian here with you today, and as you just heard, we're going to be looking at Tom Petty's Wildflowers. It's a really simple song to play, and I figured that some of you may be interested to know how to play it. Wildflowers just was re-released by, I guess it's MCA, and really a lot of extra stuff if you're a big Tom Petty fan. Tom had originally wanted the album to be a double album, and he recorded a lot of songs for it that ended up not making the cut. So there's a lot of songs that you might be interested in if you're a huge Petty fan. And the album is obviously ranked among one of his better albums. Some people call it his best. I wouldn't really agree. I think Full Moon Fever and Damn the Torpedoes, for me, edged that one out, but it's definitely one of his best 3 or 4 albums. And Wildflowers being the title track from that album, it obviously meant a lot to Tom. So let's take a look at this nice little acoustic ballad and see what he got down from it. All right, so this song is really just in 2 parts, okay? There's the main riff slash verse, which is basically just a play on 3 chords, and then there's a breakdown, which is just a collection of chords that are all pretty simple. So really it's just a matter of doing them right. So the first thing that I should mention is obviously we have a capo on the guitar. It's going to be on the 5th fret if you want to play along with the record. Obviously, for it to sound right lyrically and vocally if you're singing along, got to be on the 5th fret. So the main thing that we're going to be doing here is we're going to be playing with an F add 9, a C, and a G. Okay, really simple. And Tom does a little hammer-on thing going on, right? Like as you hear in the intro, that little hammer-on that he does, okay? So the setup is pretty easy. So you're going to have your pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string. You're going to have your pointer finger here on the 1st fret of the B string. You're going to have your middle finger on the 2nd fret of, what is that? The G string. And your ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the D string, okay? Now your middle finger is going to be your hammer-on finger, okay? That's going to be where you're going to be doing your hammer-ons. So that first chord, you get that open part, and then you hammer on to that 2nd fret, right? And all you're really doing is just moving up 1 string and then back down 1 string. So you basically go from the F to the C to the G to the C. F. Then in the intro he hangs on that C a little bit, does a little bit of a hammer-on part, as you can hear. And that's literally the entire song. So just to hear a full run for the verse part. And that's pretty much it. Now, there's a little bit of a change. There's sometimes where he hangs on the G at the end of the first line of a verse. So just to let you hear it, I'll kind of sing poorly over it. But you belong among the wildflowers. You belong, hang on the G. Sail away with the amber. You belong somewhere. Little hammer on with the C. And that's the entire thing, right? The only other part to the song is that breakdown. So the breakdown starts exactly the same way the rest of the song does on that F add 9. Then you're going down to the C. Then you're going to open up to an A7. So basically you're going to pull the 2 bottom fingers off. Then you're going to go to a D. And then you're going to go back to the G. So basically, it's those chords that we were playing, right? F add 9, C add 9, A7, D, with an A7 and a D in the middle, okay? And that's pretty much it. You do that twice, right? So it's going to sound like this. F, C, A7, D, D, then back to the F, G, and then you just do it over again. F, then you're back to the main chord. So, a couple of notes. For me, I play my G like this. So you hear it sounds a little busy because I'm having trouble getting my hand used to having the G chord be ending with my pinky finger. Generally, I've learned when I first started playing guitar to play my G like this without the pinky. And I've heard over and over again the guitar players tell you should really get used to playing your G chord with the pinky and leaving this finger open because it gives you more options in your changes, right? And they are 100% correct. However, I learned how to play the G like this. So if you did too, you may have a little bit of trouble just switching cleanly and quickly to this way with the pinky down here. Once it's set up, I feel like I can just anchor the pinky down and I can do it. But then once I come out of that quick part where the middle part is, because I inevitably go back to the G at the end, my old way of doing it, and then I have to switch back. But really what I should be doing is, and then it's easy to switch back to that. Another note is I tend, when I'm playing this, to keep this finger rooted down here. So you get kind of a drone going down with those two. But when Tom plays the G, I'm pretty sure he doesn't use this finger. So he plays the G as a natural G. Right? But I tend to play it because I like having this finger here and I don't really like to worry about it. It gives it kind of an offset drone that does kind of pick up with the rest of the... So really what Tom would be doing would be... he'd just be pulling off there to play the G. But the way I work, and as bad as I am, it's hard for me to change like that. So if I practiced it enough, I would be able to, and I probably will at some point. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the entire song, guys. So any questions, leave some comments, and yeah, let me know. I'm on a serious Tom Petty kick right now, so hopefully you guys like it. I have a video coming up about Tom. It's a really simple GH Shorts one that I think you might enjoy. And otherwise, we'll see you next time on the Guitar Historian channel. Peace.